Hey guys, today we're making a super easy queso. These 4 ingredients are all we need right here, minus one optional ingredient I'll show you at the end. I've got a tablespoon of butter, a tablespoon of cornstarch, 3/4 cup sour cream, and 1 cup of shredded cheddar cheese. So let's head over to the stove. Set your heat to medium-low. I'm using a 4 here on my stove, which is what I usually use to saute, so adjust accordingly. You don't want the heat too high, but just enough to melt the butter and get it sizzling. So we'll add the butter and let it melt until the foaminess has subsided, meaning that it has boiled away its water content so that it won't interfere with our queso. And also a good indication that the butter is hot enough for our needs. This is always a good rule of thumb when you're melting butter. Now let's add the cornstarch. Make sure we get it all in there. And we're going to give this a nice whisking. Now this is not technically a roux since we're using cornstarch instead of flour, but for this application we're going to treat it the same way. We want that nice and smooth, and we'll let it come up to temperature for a few minutes, whisking occasionally. You'll know when it's ready when it starts to form bubbles. That looks pretty good. You can see it starting to bubble. So we'll give it another quick whisk and we can grab our sour cream. So go ahead and just add the sour cream right into the pan. I'm using a small spatula here to get in there and scrape the sides of the bowl. We just want to make sure we get all the sour cream we can into our pan. That ought to do it. So once you're satisfied, grab the whisk again and give it a good mixing. We really want to mix this well to distribute the butter cornstarch mixture. Now we'll let it heat up, whisking occasionally. You'll know it's ready when it starts to form bubbles like you see here. We'll go ahead and whisk that again. Make sure it's nice and smooth and creamy. And once your mixture started to slowly bubble, it's time for the star of the show. Cheese. Now I know what you're thinking. This is madness. Adding all of that cheese straight into the mixture, it's going to be gloppy.
This is crazy.
Well, fear not, friend. Start whisking that cheese in and watch it turn into a smooth, velvety queso right before your eyes. I highly recommend shredding the cheese yourself as opposed to the pre-shredded kind because they add anti-clumping agents that might interfere with the consistency of our queso. I have personally not tried pre-shredded cheese, so if you do, let me know how it goes. And look how smooth that is. And that's it. Quick and easy queso that is so much better than store-bought. One final optional ingredient that I usually add is about a tablespoon of salsa for a little extra zing. I am using a pico here since I just made that earlier, but regular salsa works just fine as well. So give that a good mix if you're opting for this extra step, and it's on to the tasting. Pour your new queso into a bowl, magique, and grab some chips and let's dig in. This is also great over nachos, inside tacos or burritos. The sky is the limit when it comes to adding queso to things. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.